Hi, kindergarten friends. I'm doing a writing lesson today, and I'm really excited because we have written a lot on Zoom. We've been writing sentences, we've been building sentences and making them longer, adding spaces and periods. But today we're going to write on paper. And so this is something you can save. When we write on the wipe off boards, we wipe it off. This is something you can save. I can maybe put it in your memory book, so save it for me, please. And I know they're going to turn out fantastic. Okay, so what I did is I set up the pocket chart. You can see some Halloween words here at the bottom. I'll show you the Halloween words first, since those are fun. The first one says spider. It starts with an S, spider. I made these cards. This one says pumpkin. Doesn't say jack-o'-lantern, and I would have put jack-o'-lantern on there, but that's a lot to write when you're writing a sentence. Okay, this will be an easy one because you guys can write this one yourself. You can sound it out. B-at, bat, okay? This one says ghost, g-oast. And this one, of course, is a black cat. Now, two of those are rhyming words. Can you guys figure out which two rhyme? Do pumpkin and spider rhyme? Rhyming words sound alike. They don't start with the same sound, but they end with the same sound. How about pumpkin bat? Are those rhyming words? I say no. How about ghost pumpkin? No. How about cat ghost? Do those rhyme? How about bat cat? Those are the two rhyming words. Bat cat. Those are the only two words that rhyme there. Now, we also have some sight words. And you should know all these sight words, boys and girls. I hope you're practicing on the sight words you cut apart. And we've had some seesaw activities for sight words. This is an easy one. I. You use this word when you're talking about yourself, right? The second word is my. Can't sound this one out because there's a tricky Y in there. You have to memorize that one. This one is C. You can sound it out as long as you know. When there's two E's together, it makes a long E sound, not a short one. It's not s-eh-eh. It's E. I see with my eyes. This one is look. It looks like there's eyeballs looking at you. Okay. This one is at. I go to bed at 8 o'clock. This one, wow, we've learned a lot of sight words, haven't we? The, you have to memorize that. Put it in your brain, T-H-E. I can spell the, T-H-E. This one is this. T-H is the, is. Lastly, we had is, and you can kind of sound this out, is. This is a s, not a z, but is. And then the last one is the easiest one here. A. I have a pair of glasses on my desk. Okay, here we go. Now, we're going to make some sentences, and we're going to make some Halloween sentences. Okay, I think the first one, let's start off with a really easy one. We're going to say, I'm going to leave it here because these words are going to be gone pretty soon. I see a, and we could say any of these, but why don't we say I see a cat? I think that's going to be the easiest one to write, so we will start with that. Now, did you notice I didn't put them close together? What did I put in between the words? I put space. We don't want to put them too squashed together or it's too hard to read. Now, we're just going to put a period at the end. Now, I don't need two finger space. Once I finish my word, I put the period right after that word. I don't have to put it over here. All right? Now, let's do look at, we could use my or the. Look at my, no, I think I'm going to use the. Look at the, because we're going to do bat, and bat does not belong to you, right? I don't think anybody has a pet bat, so we don't want to say my bat. We're going to say look at the bat. And I like these, both of these, because they're both sound out words. And I'm just going to put a period. We could put an exclamation mark, but let's just put a period. And then we're going to say this, and now we'll use our new sight word that we just learned this week is, now we can use my. All right, now we could either say my spider, because you guys are going to be making spiders, right? Or hopefully you made one yesterday. Or this is my ghost, because we're going to be making ghosts. Or this is my pumpkin, because a lot of you guys painted jack-o'-lanterns and you made a pumpkin puppet. So either one of those, I think I will put pumpkin here. I'm just not sure when we write that on the paper if we have room for that. We will see. Let's see what I mean here. Let's read the whole thing. I see a cat. Now, it'd be nice to say I see a black cat or a scary cat or a witch's cat, but because the paper is only so big, I don't want to write too much because I want to try to see if we can fit it all on one line. It just makes it easier. Okay, look at the bat. Again, we could say look at the bat flying or look at the black bat, but just to keep it simple this time, we're going to say look at the bat. And then this is my pumpkin. But we could say, I see a spider. We could say, look at the ghost. So we could kind of switch these around. And what we want to do is check. Remember when we're writing? Remember our 5-star writing? Okay, we have to start with a capital letter. That's how we get the first star. Did I start with capital? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, we also have to have 2 finger space between our words. Do we have it? Yes, yes, yes. Huh? I think we do. Okay. Did I use nice writing? Yes, those are typed on the computer. So yes, it's very nice writing. Let's see. Did we put punctuation at the end? Yes, we did. We have 3 periods. Now, if we would have had a question sentence or exclamation mark, that's called punctuation. And did we read it and make sure that it made sense? Yeah, because you know what? If you leave one word out, I see spider. That doesn't sound good. What if we said, I a spider? That doesn't make sense. What if we say, well, that one does kind of, but look the ghost. That doesn't make sense, does it? This my pumpkin. No, you can't leave words out. So you have to go back and read it and make sure you did not leave any words out. All right, I'm going to come over to my desk and turn this light on, I think it's going to be better if I do that. And you know how it always takes me a minute to adjust everything? I'm going to do that. And I'm so excited to do this writing, boys and girls. All right, so if you please get, move this light over here, your black folder. Now, you should have added the new things that came in your manila envelope. You should have added these, and we're going to be doing the pumpkin one in there. I'm going to spend another day on pumpkins. These two kind of go together where we're going to label the pumpkin and color the little book. This one, this Jack-O-Faces, just goes along with our little Jack-O-Faces. You could actually color that anytime. I might remind you tomorrow. There's a couple of spider things in there. But what I want you to get is this one right here. It's a writing paper that already has a cat and a bat on it. I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, I also want you to get in your box that we sent home with your materials, you had a popsicle stick. Yours was colored. I can't find my colored one, but I did have this one at home. Somebody told me last week that I don't have my stick anymore. I used it for one of my puppets. Okay, they glued. I'm not sure if that was one of our reading activities, but we made those little stick puppets. And that's okay. So if you don't have your stick is awesome. But I just thought of something. It's such a good idea. I'm so glad I thought of this. I took 4 cubes, and since we're doing Halloween sentences, I made them orange. I put 4 cubes, and that makes a great spacer because look at, they're the same size. They're the same width, aren't they? So this is going to make a perfect spacer. You can also use your 2 fingers because you always have your fingers with you, right? So anything, but it's kind of nice when you put this physical thing. It's kind of nice to have something physical. Now, I'm just going to copy those sentences that we did up there. Okay, and the first one was, I see a spider. So I'm starting with an I, and it has to be a capital I. I'm going to show you on this paper. Make sure you start your sentences way over here on the left. Because I want to try, I'm hoping it's going to all fit here so we have room for 1, 2, 3 sentences. And if we write too big or put too much space, you're not going to have enough room. You might have to put it on the back. It's okay, but hopefully it's going to work out. If you do it the way I do it, you should have enough room, okay? Make sure you start here, because if we write, I see a bat, it's going to run off the edge. But we have plenty of room to write, I see a bat. How many words is that, boys and girls? I see a bat. 4 words, and they're pretty short words. Now the last one, because pumpkin's a long word, we're going to have to see about that. I think there's room though. Watch. I'm going to use a capital I, and I start it all the way to the left. See, now I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it down, and maybe I'll adjust this just a little bit more so you can see me writing. Oh, I have to be so careful when I do this. There, I'm putting it down. All right, and I'll hold it up too. Okay, here's my space. Now I'm going to do C. Now, it is not a capital letter, boys and girls. The only capital letter in this sentence is going to be I, because it's the first word of the sentence, and because we always use capital when we use I. So C, S-E-E. I'm going to show you every single word that I'm writing. I see. Do I have a nice space? I sure do. It's 2 fingers. 2 fingers, or you make your own spacer. Okay, now I'm going to go. Did I use the word A there? Yeah, I did. A. I'm going to go A, magic C, up and down. I don't know why Romeo's barking, but I'm not going to go after him because I don't want to redo the lesson. I, C, A, and our first one was bat. Now, if you want to say cat first, go ahead. I see a cat. Now, I know it would be fun to do black cat, but we might not have enough room. So let's just do the 4 words. I see a cat. And then I'm going to put a period. Now let's check the sentence before we go on. Did I start with a capital letter? Yes. Did I end with punctuation? Yes. Do I have space between my words? I'll use this to check it. Yes, I do. Did I use nice writing? Yes. Did I read it? I see a cat. That gets 5 stars. I'm not going to put them on there though. Excuse me, because I want to save this. Okay, second one, we're going to switch it up. Now, we could say I see a bat, but we don't want to say I see a cat, I see a bat, I see a pumpkin, I see a spider, I see a ghost. We don't want to say the same sentence over and over. So this time we're going to change it up. We're going to use another one of our sight words, look. Look, L-O-O-K. The word look. Now, don't forget, it's a brand new sentence, so we're starting with a capital letter. I'm going to put my spacer down. Look at. Now I'm going to use the word the, just to make it different than the first one, so they're not exactly the same. Okay, I started with cat, so this time I'm going to say bat. Now, I use lowercase letters for every single word except for starting look with a capital L. Parents, this is actually a lot. If we wouldn't have been writing so much on Zoom, I know this would have been hard. But we have been writing a lot on Zoom. We've been writing 3 sentences already. And most of the kids come to the Zoom meeting. So they probably will need a little one-on-one. Don't be surprised if they forget the spaces. It might look easy to us, but when the kids start writing, they will forget about spaces. So they probably are going to need some help with this. I see a cat. Look at the bat. And our third sentence is going to say, this is my. Now, I'm going to start this with a capital T, the is. Now, you know what? I could have gotten all those words out of the pocket chart and brought them over here and copied them here. I think I'll do that for the last sentence. I'm not going to do it for the other ones. And you guys have your sight words in your little baggie, I hope. So look, if your child, if this helps them, get out those sight words and put them down. This. Okay, now I'm going to put my space and I'm going to write is. So I could just lay them right down and copy them. Is. Okay, now I'm going to move my space. Now I'm going to write my. Now this is what I wasn't sure about. Okay, I think I have room for pumpkin. So parents, if you don't have room for pumpkin, they could maybe write ghost or spider, okay? Or even moon, you could put a moon in there. I think I have room. And so I've got my word pumpkin here, and I'm just going to copy it. It's a lowercase p, U-M. You know, everybody kind of has a different style of writing, and so if they put a little too much space between their letters or they make their letters way big, they're not going to have room. And then you have to write on the back. So maybe pick out a different word if that doesn't. We definitely don't have room for jack-o'-lantern. Okay, now I'm going to put a period. And we're going to go back and check it. Now, let's check the writing first. I see a cat. We stop at the period. Look at the bat. Okay, stop at the period. This is my pumpkin. Stop at the period. Now, parents, if the kids don't want to write exactly what I did, if they want to put ghost in there, let them put ghost. If they definitely need to say bat and cat, because that's in the picture. Anything other than that, the last sentence, they can draw it. So watch. I'm going to draw my pumpkin right now. And even though it says pumpkin, I could still do a jack-o'-lantern because a jack-o'-lantern is a pumpkin, right? So I'm gonna make Jacko happy. And then I could add a spider. Maybe I could make a spider dangling down like this. He's hanging upside down. And I'm gonna make 4 legs on one side and 4 on the other. Okay, and then I could even put a moon. I could put a full moon over here. I could add some more pumpkins, and I'm gonna color it and I will post this. Now, if your child wants to write exactly what I wrote, that's great. If they wanna change it up a little bit and make it their own, that's great too. I would love them to color it. And I think since this is one of our first writing, I would like you to save it. We're not gonna have that much writing, you know, because we do things differently at distance learning. And this would be a nice thing to put in their memory book. You know, hopefully it'll come out nice. We're going to do another writing this week also. So, okay, that's it. I know that was kind of a long lesson, but we've had some short ones lately. So, all right, thank you. Bye-bye.